welcome to this week's vlog. My face looks a little red. Today we went hiking, sort of, up in Forest Falls, which was really nice this morning. It was kind of hot and I have a little bit of a headache from that now, but I just wanted to let you know I did finish Tomb of Ancients last night. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't my favorite of the series. I honestly felt like each book kind of went down. Like, I really thought House of Furies was a 5 out of 5 stars. Court of Shadows 4 out of 5, and then Tomb of Ancients 3 out of 5. It was just much darker and the series took a different turn than I was really expecting it to. But still enjoyed it. I only had like 100 pages left, so I ended up just like committing and reading it. I listened to it on Scribe and read it together. I just feel like it rounds out my enjoyment of the book, I guess. So I listened to it on 1.5 speed, which I can do if I'm looking at the book as well. If I'm just listening, I have to do 1.2 speed, or else I do feel like I miss things. So that's 2 books now for July, and I'm going to start Legendary today. I am very excited. I have been reading a lot of middle grade that's a lot more like whimsical and enchanting, and kind of want to stick to that theme, so I'm very excited to start reading this. It is quite thick, but I think I read Caraval, or listened to it at least, in like 2 or 3 days. So I mean, while in quarantine we don't have a lot to do right now, so I'm going to read this, and I think I can get it on Scribed as well to listen to, which I did for Caraval and really loved it. Just like I said, I feel like it enhances my reading experience, which is completely opposite of how I felt last year, because I don't like to listen to the book just by itself. Like, I want to do both if I can, and I do think that it enhances my experience, which is nice, because my opinion last year was like audiobooks are not real books, and now I feel like I've flipped 100%. So I'm gonna go read. Hi guys, it's Saturday. I just finished getting ready. We're going to my boyfriend's grandma's house to go swimming and celebrate his birthday, which was last week. I just wanted to update you. I did start Legendary last night. I only read 20 pages, which is like the intro and the first chapter, because I had a really bad headache, so I just wanted to go to sleep. But I think I might need to pause and reread like the last 2 or 3 chapters of Caraval, because I'm super confused on Tella's storyline right now. She's got like this letter, and I'm assuming she's got like this letter that I'm assuming is about her mom, but I don't remember it. I vaguely remember her getting the letter at the end of the last book, but I think I just need to reread like the last 2 or 3 chapters and then continue on, just as like a little bit of a refresher, because I did read Caraval last year. So I think I'm gonna do that today, like sometime tonight. Right now, my boyfriend just took the dog to the dog park, because we're gonna bring her with us to his grandma's house, and she has 2 really tiny little dogs, Basil and Zoe. Basil is super old. He had cancer in one of his arms, so he got removed, so he only has 3 arms, and he's just like a grumpy old man. And Zoe, we don't know how old she is. His grandma found her, and she's like this rotund little thing. She looks like a beach ball with legs, basically. But they don't really get along with Marcy, because I think she's so like all over the place. So we're hoping that if he takes her to the park, runs around during this heat, she will be tired and just kind of want to relax and not be so in their faces. Yeah, that's my update. We're possibly gonna go swimming, so I've got my hair in braids, I've got my swimsuit. Right now I'm just updating my bullet journal. I just printed out some book covers to add into my bullet journal. So I filled in the first page. It says books read in 2020, and the dots underneath there's like a key code down here, I think. So it's a peach color for a physical book, a blue color for audiobook, purple for ebook, green for graphic novel, orange if it's a reread, red if it's the final in a series, and then like a regular pink for received for review, which I did have a couple of when I was working with Parliament Press at the beginning of the year. So I have like 5 books to add onto this second page here. I left enough space so that I could fill in like 50 books, I think, something like that. And then I also write here so that I can just see like the names of the books and the authors and the ratings. I did mess up on one of them. I read The Lightning Thief as my 17th book, and I put it as my 18th for some reason. I think my like Goodreads or something was a little bit messed up, so I got confused on what number it was. But I'm just working on that right now, and then we're gonna go. It's Monday. Yesterday I read like 16 pages of Legendary. I took Marcy to the dog park. I had my headphones in and was trying to listen to it, but she is a wild child, and I kept having to like stop and tell her like, leave that dog alone, don't jump on that person, stay out of the mud. So I only got through 16 pages, and why do people feel like they need to insert their 2 cents when it's not asked for? As we got there, there's 2 separate sections to the park. There's a small dog park and a large dog park. And people are fine, really, with little dogs coming into the big dog, but we go to the big dog one. So we get in, and she is pulling like crazy. She's like 70 pounds. She's a very strong dog, so it's hard for me to handle her sometimes when she has so much energy. So we get in, she's pulling on me, and I tell her, Marcy, I want to take you off the leash, but I can't. And this random girl sitting on the bench goes, so just take her off the leash. And I like turned to look at her and was like, how am I supposed to take her off the leash if she's pulling away from me? So I turned back to Marcy and I was like, you need to sit. Like, you have to sit. I can't take you off the leash unless you sit. And I'm just like, don't tell me how to handle my dog. Okay, she needs to learn that she needs to sit, and then I will let her off of her leash. Also, her leash is like 6 feet long. If she is pulled to the farthest it will go, how are my arms supposed to stretch 6 feet? How am I supposed to take her off her leash? I know that she can be off her leash, but she needs to learn to listen to me. And I just didn't understand, and like the attitude of it was so annoying. And as I was walking away, she tells her friends that are sitting at the table, well, that was rude. No, you were rude. I didn't ask for you to tell me how to control my dog. I'm obviously annoyed by it. Anyways, right now I'm drinking a chai decaf latte. I cut out caffeine this month to see if my migraines are triggered by caffeine withdrawal, and it's really been really difficult. I think out of the 20 days, I've only failed like 3 days, which is really good for me considering that like I have some sort of Starbucks drink and or soda drink almost every day. So I got decaf chai tea latte just for like the flavor. I've been drinking Gatorades and not having as much headaches, which is really, really good. But I miss it because going to Starbucks is like one of the 3 ways that I am leaving the house. Grocery shopping on Sunday, Target errands on Sunday, and then I was going to Starbucks like every other day or every day, and now I'm not doing that. So I'm not leaving the house pretty much until Sunday, which really sucks. But I'm gonna get back to work. It's Monday, trying to have a good week, and I will update you if I do any more reading later. Hello, it's Thursday. I just wanted to come on here and update you guys because it's been a few days. My dog is right here. I'm just taking a little work break, gonna play some Animal Crossing for a few minutes, check my turnip prices. But I wanted to let you know I have not read any more of Legendary. I'm just not feeling it for some reason right now. I always struggle with the first part of books, like the first 100 pages, as we're getting introduced to this new storyline. So not feeling it too much, but I do want to try and read some tonight. I did, however, pick up Elantris yesterday. I read like 35, 40 pages. I mentioned this before, the text is so tiny. So while I feel like I just got through a big chunk of the story, it was only like 35 pages. I started reading this for a readathon a couple months ago, and then it's just been sitting on my bedside table this entire time. But I was really, for some reason, just wanting to get back into it, so I picked it up yesterday. Still enjoying it, hoping to kind of get back into it and just read a little bit more. Like I said, it's Thursday. I'm taking a work break. I was feeling kind of frumpy this morning, so I actually got up and got dressed, straightened the top bits of my hair, did my eyebrows, made myself a chai tea, so I'm feeling a bit better, which I'm, trying to do, not let myself get into a funk, which can be really hard sometimes. But Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and reading and taking the dog to the park, I feel like have been really helping. So remember, try and do things that bring you happiness. Don't let yourself slide into that funk. Anyways, I'm gonna check my turnip prices now. Hello. I look kind of crazy because I just finished working out. Anyways, I picked up Legendary during work today, right after I said that I hadn't been getting through it at all. I was like, you know what? I should listen to some of it. What I'm doing right now isn't super focused. I didn't need to put too much attention into it. So I started listening to it. I'm actually listening to it on 1.8 speed, even without looking at the book. And I managed to read or listen to 100 pages, which is great. I am getting into the story. We just had a twist on who one of our characters are. And I'm realizing that this book is from Donatella's point of view. It's not from Scarlett's point of view, who is a character I really enjoyed in the first one. She does have some small parts, but so far she hasn't played a huge role. We haven't seen a lot of Julian either. So I didn't know that this book wasn't going to have them in it. It's more focused on Donatella. There's more Dante in this book, which I don't know how I feel about. Donatella is just kind of a spoiled brat to me, who kind of puts everybody else at risk and at danger for her own whims. And I know she's, trying to rescue her mother, but she does everything without thinking, it feels like. And as the book progresses, I have noticed that she is trying to think things through and not make so many mistakes, but she's still being reckless. So that kind of irks me. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm 160, almost 170 pages in. So my boyfriend is on his way home. He's picking up food for us. I did not feel like cooking today. I'm going to eat. And then I think I'm probably going to continue to listen to the book while I play Stardew Valley, which I'm loving right now. I've said that a bunch of times. I'm in my second year. And it's just a great game that doesn't take a lot of focus, so I can also listen to an audiobook. Yeah, I'm going to patiently wait for him to come home and hopefully stop sweating by then. Hello, I just got out of the shower, so I look kind of crazy, and I just finished my workout, so I am so tired. I just wanted to update you really quickly because it is Friday night and I have 10% left on my phone right now. But I am, I don't even know how far in, 184 pages into Legendary, really enjoying it so far. I think I'm going to continue listening to this tonight while I play Stardew Valley. And I've read about 60 pages this week of Elantris. I'm very interested in the story, but the text is, well, of course, the text is so small, and it's just a very heavy, information-filled story, and I'm really trying to pay attention to it as much as possible as I'm reading. So I'm trying so I just feel like I have to take my time. I also went to Barnes & Noble today. My boyfriend and I went to this like outdoor mall in our town just to get out of the house for a little bit. I believe it was like the first time that I left the house this week. We went to Target to go get some baby books and some slacks for him for his cousin's wedding and then for his sister's baby shower. And then we went to Barnes & Noble, and of course I have no self-control, so I picked up Sisters of Sword and Song. My coworker Sierra pronounces the W, she says sword sometimes. But I just really loved this cover, and like it's like a matte cover, which I haven't seen a lot of recently, and the story did seem pretty interesting, but it was mostly just a cover buy. And then I bought Witchlight by Jessie Zabarsky. Sisters of Sword and Song is by Rebecca Ross, but this is by Jessie Zabarsky. You can see it down here. I didn't really know a lot about this. I have seen it a couple times on Bookstagram, but I could tell just from the way that it was like sitting on the shelf that it was a graphic novel, and I'm trying to read more graphic novels this year. I'm tempted to read this tonight before bed, but at the same time I do want to listen to Legendary and play Stardew Valley, so I might pick this up at a later time. But I just really love the cover of this. I think it's so great. So many books have been coming out with such amazing covers. That is it for this week. I read roughly like 200 pages, which is decent for me, I guess. If I finish Legendary this month and read Witchlight, I will have completed 4 books, which is good. 3 is normally what I do. Of course, adding a graphic novel in is what makes it easier, but I'm overall proud of myself, and I still have, I don't know, like 7 or 8 days left of this month, so I'm trying not to be too hard on myself. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, let me know down below what you are reading, what you're really loving right now, your favorite genre, all of that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.